Yo guys, what's up? It's another video. This time, start of the month, February, Bitcoin getting this monthly close. That's a very important monthly close because the monthly oscillator is at its extremes right now. We're here hitting some resistance on this oscillator at this like 85 level here. And this very well could be a month that we see a red dot, guys. So it's just simply in the cards. It could happen this month, could be a correction. But also, I've seen oscillators flatten out and delay a little bit, dilly-dally a bit. And so we could cling to life until March. And so maybe there's like another Ides of March situation this year, such as last March, that was the last high, interestingly enough, was actually like March 15th was like that high there last spring. So Bitcoin juggling with some scary signs, and so I have to zoom in on this smaller daily time frame with kind of like a bearish bias here, just in case. Although things could get more divergent for sure. But in my opinion, it's like guilty until proven innocent right now from my like analysis standpoint. So what would prove it innocent is if we pump back over the inauguration day VWAP, the VWAP from Trump's inauguration. That's currently at 103.6 thousand. If we can get over that, we get more hopeful again. But I do have to apologize for the crazy manipulation around this VWAP. It's kind of made me a bit of a flip-flopper. And, unfortunately, that's just how it's got to be with this particular VWAP. Like, being over it opens us up to price discovery. Being below it affirms the sell the news narrative. So right now, it's kind of a sell the newsy kind of vibe. Now, you could see that like our 5-day simple moving average started sloping up, and that's because some of this bad bearish data back here started falling off the block, and that should have given the bulls a chance to come back and see a little resurgence. But unfortunately, we're seeing the price struggling around one of its weekly VWAPs here, so the price is not coming up how I would expect, but maybe it could come back up and test that inauguration VWAP as resistance. And we may not be done with the inauguration VWAP yet, but I'm really eyeing this January VWAP here. Now it's the previous monthly VWAP, but this teal line now is our year-to-date VWAP. And so like when a new month begins, like February, it's very lucrative to go back to that previous month, and that is not a big jump. It's only like a 2% jump. What's a little bit concerning is when the jump is narrow like this, it tends to imply that the market is going to move hard in that direction. So I'm actually an advocate of this dumping all the way down to the Trump VWAP around like 95K, testing the Trump effect. Now that Trump came and committed grievous crimes against our industry, he basically did a black swan event for the altcoins, and it may just be needed that we test that Trump effect, which is the VWAP from election day right here. So that 95K level is like a really important level to hold. If that doesn't hold, that implies the Trump effect in quotes is waning, and we may be returning to normal business operations. And what that means is like we undulate normally from then on, which is like when a new quarter begins, we like to go back to that previous quarter's VWAP. And so that Q4 VWAP opens up as a possibility if we lose the Trump VWAP here. And so a little bit bearish on Bitcoin, guilty until proven innocent until we reclaim the inauguration day VWAP. And you got to just forgive me on the flip-flopping. But overall, I'm pretty bearish because like these bigger time frames are affirming me at this current time. Although there's a little bit of hope that that monthly dot doesn't form this month. It very well could. And so overall, I don't regret calling the monthly wave situation out a little bit early. I think it's actually like playing out how I've been expecting that it would. But you can see this weekly oscillator did a little bit of a fake out, bro. Look at this green dot now turning to a red dot. I don't like that, man. I don't like seeing that. I feel bad for like just the fact that the signals are being messed with like that. But we lose the 60 line and we get a red dot. So if this does confirm this week, that's definitely not a good sign in like the medium term. if this weekly oscillator duds out like that and starts headed down. The 2 week, I see the VWAP kind of aiming up here, but the 2 week, it looks like there maybe could be a second head to this still. So, and that money flow is very strong. So out of all these big time frames, the 2 week is actually like the one that seems the most hopeful. But this monthly is showing us that like Bitcoin needs to go higher rather quickly to open up this leading wave again. Because right now at these current price levels, it's pinching off, and when you get the red dot, it's a big sell signal. So when it comes to the altcoins, they're probably just going to follow Bitcoin. For instance, Solana's monthly pinched, and Ethereum's monthly is pinched. We remained hopeful that good things could happen, but right now, like a red dot on Ethereum actually on the monthly, it's not good, man. XRP definitely overbought for sure here on the monthly here with that VWAP aiming down. So it's kind of a bearish video, not gonna lie. If we go back over the inauguration VWAP on Bitcoin, guys, and we get back into a 5-day uptrend with this black area, which interestingly enough we are. Like, see this SMA diverging with price. You don't expect that to usually happen, but all that is just the old bearish data falling off the block. So let's see, can Bitcoin take this 5-day uptrend and like come back to life, get a retest of that inauguration VWAP, potentially go back over it, or are we going for that monthly leapfrog and potentially a Trump VWAP retest? And so that's my take. You guys have a good one, and update you again soon.